Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to SkyFactory 5. Now, I've done a little bit between episodes, just a few things, a smidge, let's say. So I've converted that bit over there to grass, so we have somewhere for Britannia. I changed this one over here. I got a comment about this. You can actually up the ratio on this, so it goes a little bit quicker if you use a large cogwheel. I think that's how that works. So I had it right here before, and then a small cogwheel, and it was like powering that. But I think the large cogwheel is better. Seems to be going a little quicker, which is kind of cool. So thank you for the comment on that one. What else did I do? I upgraded all of the storage, so these are huge now. So we've got loads of room. So much room right here. I did this thing over here. Now, this is actually kind of important to understand right here. You can right-click on a barrel of water with a die. So, in fact, we can do it with this, can't we? So, if I right-click on there, you can see it does the old, you know, progressing witch watery sort of look to it. And it turns it into grey water. And then you can put sand in that. And you get yourself one of these, one of the blocks of grey dye. Now, only problem with that is, from what I found at least, is it makes a bunch of clay as well. So I'm going to quickly go and grab some cobblestone and turn it into some sand. There we go. So we got ourselves some sand. So if I put a piece of sand in here, remember this is grey water. It turns into water because we've got the fluid hopper up here, just putting water into this. The block of grey dye is made. And if we were to put, I don't know, like these 8 grey dye that we've got right here, if I pop that in there, the item user, I've set it to every 1 tick. I wanted to make this as like short as possible. Because what that means is it will try and click on this like as many times as it can with the grey dye. Now, luckily, if you right click on a grey water with grey dye, it doesn't do anything in these barrels. But if I was to put in, I don't know, like let's say we had 8, didn't we? So I'll put 8 of these sand in. Unfortunately, when this is progressed and everything, you can see it flickers loads right there. And that is because it turned a bunch of them into clay. And it also accidentally used like all of the grey dyes. So I don't think this is a sustainable way of doing things, unfortunately. Now, this thing over here, I thought this was a really good idea, but it seemed to be kind of slow. I mean, it's not too slow. Whilst I've been doing other things, you can see that I've got like a decent amount right there of light grey dye. Now, I did fill this with sand. In fact, I should have just nicked the sand out of here, if I'm honest. Filled that one with sand as well. Now, I really like this idea. And I thought to myself, I wonder if we should just go over the top with it. So I made this thing over here. Now, this is every single color. And I'm going to use these clay for now. And what it does, I'll tell you what, if we pop down over here, I've got a little like ledge. You don't drop, do you? No, clay doesn't drop. So, I'll tell you what, even better than that, if we go 1, 2, I will clean this up in a bit. We can get up here. You can see that I've got loads of different colors of water. Now, the waters don't interact with each other, which is kind of fun. So I just filled this entire thing with water. Got myself 14 of each of the... Sorry, there we go. I got myself 14 of each of the colors. So I had like 14 white dye, 14 grey or light grey, and then black. If you want to know the order that I put it in right here, if you type dye, it's this order. So it goes white, light grey, grey, black, so on and so on. So I dropped them all in and I, you know, walked up and down, dropped them all in over all the way along. And the one on the end there is pink. So I could actually just mine all of those. Thank you. There you go. And what I've got right here, now I thought this was kind of clever. Instead of having the like hoppers on each of the individual like barrels, for example, what it's doing instead is all of these are pushing all of their water, so in this case it's the white water, into one single barrel. And then what I can do is put in some sand into this one. Now, we got to figure out which one we want like the most of right now. I think light blue is the one that's the one that we wanted like loads of. So I'm going to grab like a bunch of this sand. And I'm going to pop it in here. And you can see right there, it is converting like all of the water right there. Now, it is still the dripstone version, right? So if we pop back over here, it is literally what we've got upstairs. So you've got like the water above, then dripstone, then you've got the pointed dripstone, then you've got the barrel. That is then feeding into another barrel, which is then getting all of the sand in it. And then the sand is going into here, which is converting it, and then you get yourself a load of white dye. I did put a stack of sand in each one of these along here. I also color-coded everything really nicely, in my opinion. I put like all of the barrels down, and I don't know, I'm quite proud of this. I've been actually pretty proud of my base, to be fair. I don't normally build stuff that I like, but I actually really like the fact that I've done all of this, you know, with the logs and, you know, the planks for each of the different colors. And if we have a look at the map instead of just whistling, brilliant. If we have a look at the map, I really like this look. Quite proud of that one. This is awesome, and I've even put like all of the torches above there as well, because we needed a bit more light down here. Because it's proper dark down here. So yeah, I like this. I like that I've done this. We need to feed all of these with some sand, and I think today we're going to get into create a bit more. I mean, we've already done a bit of create, but I want to get the crushing wheels. Now, I did have a plan to do all of this sort of stuff up here. So we'll have a look into that in a minute. But my big thing is I want to get some sand in this. And if we have a look at the crushing wheels, if you put sand in this... No, not sand. Where is it? You actually get dust. What does dust do in this? I don't think dust does anything. That's kind of funny. The best way to get sand, in my opinion, is probably using the crushing wheels. Now, you can do it via the millstone. So we could do like gravel, and then we get like the flint extra and everything. You get flint with this as well, but you get flint and clay balls apparently. But if we put the flint and the clay balls through the crushers, it should like destroy them. So yeah, we can basically make it this way, and then I'm actually thinking we make 2 sets of crushers. In fact, I'm thinking we make 4 sets of crushers. So what we do is right here we have 1 set above, and that will be generating all of the gravel from a cobblestone generator like we've got over here. Like, thank you again to the Next Productions, because that was a super useful thing to know. Actually love this. So we might actually have to set up a couple of those, but that's fine. We feed that into the crushing wheels. We'll try and get them to be like quite speedy. And then we feed the whatever comes out of that into another set of crushing wheels. And then job done. We've got self sand. And then we can pipe that into all of these. Haven't really decided how we're going to do the piping for this. I mean, I would love to get into Ender IO for the item conduits. They're not that quick though, from what I remember. Right, how do we get into this then? So the crushing wheels, you need the mechanical crafters, which needs the brass casing, which needs brass. Ah, we can use the alloy kiln. That's good. So we can make some zinc. So if we have a look at zinc, that is easy enough. Only got 5 of that though. Tell you what. Pop down here. Now, I showed you the washing thing, right? And I've also made a bunch of white concrete because I love white concrete. It's my favorite block to build out of. So what was it again for this? Was it lime? Yeah. Okay, so lime. And we've got light grey over here. I accidentally unstacked this when I was looking through it. So I can actually bring that all up here. What? No idea why it placed there. That's so weird. Anyway, we could pop this in here. Now, I was thinking, should we make a limited barrel for each of the colors and then upgrade that? I think that might be a good idea. We'll do that later. There's no drawer mod in this. So at functional storage isn't in this. Drawer, like that. There's no storage drawers in this. So you can't use like, everyone used to, well, still does use storage drawers and functional storage to just have like a bunch of stuff in there. Really good, but it's not in this pack, which is fine. I actually quite like that it's not in this pack because I played with those mods for the past like 6 years or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, right. Let's try and get some more of this zinc. There you go. Perfect. So I can put this in here with this. And that'll make some brass. Is that right? Yeah. Nice. And then we can use the brass to make ourselves the brass casings. Now, in the meantime, we are going to need to hit this with a hammer. So we have already got a hammer. It doesn't have durability. I love that. It's so good. And how many do we need for this? So you get 3. 7. My partner's literally stood next to me and put her fingers up like 7. So we need 7 of these, in other words. So that's that one. And then for this right here. Okay, so we do have a good amount of... Never mind. We don't have any white dye. That's fine. I can go get the white dye from over here. Probably should leave those as blocks, but meh, it's all good. Trying to make some of this, wasn't I? There you go. So we need 7 of these, and we also need some sandpaper. Oh yeah, do we not have any sugarcane? Sugarcane. Okay, we've got some. And it's easy to make. So in that case, we'll just do that. And we get some sand. I might rip these down, by the way, these 2 here. Because we've already got them over underneath that. But for now, we could do this. And I really like this animation. I don't know why. This is really satisfying for some reason. And we don't need more than 1. I just realized. Because nothing has durability. That's really fun. I like that. That's really cool. So with this, we can do that. And we've got all of our electron tubes. Over here, we can pop those back in. And we just need 7. Is it 1 per? You get 2. Okay. So that should do us. Yeah. There we go. And you know what? I'll leave them there. I could also kind of do with wrench. We are not going to do a press, I don't think, because we can use applied energistics to use the hammer instead to get all of the plates. Anyway, with this, we can do that. And then we can use the wrench to pick them all back up. There we go. And we should have everything we need. Just like that. There you go. Now, I need to find somewhere to put this. And we need some create power as well. Right, making myself a cogwheel. And I've forgotten how big this thing is, the large water wheel. But we'll figure that out in a minute. I'll take another shaft with us, because why not? And then, finally, I need all the stuff to make, like, a decent amount of these. Okay, I think that's good. We might have to gear stuff up, but for now, I think that'll be fine. And then, I just know off by heart as well. We do this. And then we go... Nope. This is why we need the wrench on us. So we can insta-pick these up. So, yeah, I know for some reason that it's like a plus pattern. Like a chubby plus pattern. That is a Rage Plays Games analogy right there that I really liked from back in the day. Chubby plus pattern. There we go. Right. I almost vein mined that. That would have been disastrous. We would have fallen off. Although, I have fallen off. And... Shall I just... No, I'm not going to show you. If you fall off, you do the thing where you spawn above. And then you land on your platform. So... It's not an instant death, basically. So... I think you do need full health at all times if you do fall off. Because if you don't have full health, you might die. But even if you do die, it doesn't matter, right? Because you could just run over to it. Anyway, let's try and do this. And then we just need all of these bits, basically. Yeah. And finally, cogwheel. Are you going to be the slowest machine that's ever existed? Yep. Amazing. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will be back. No, you know what? I'll do a little time lapse for you guys. Nearly done. It's nearly done. Come on. Flipping heck. I do have the goggles on, by the way. They're right there. Oh my goodness. It's making a meal of this, isn't it? I probably should have geared this up if I'm honest, but meh. I might make a rotational speed controller. If we're on the subject of create today. Sounds like a plan to me. I also really would like to speed up the Come on. Flipping heck. The crushing wheels. I'd love to speed up the crushing wheels. Now, before we go any further, I do want to address something. There is this thing right here, which is the task book, right? And I really just ignored it because I don't know. I just didn't. I've completely forgotten that we had a task book. I just went off on my own and did stuff. So maybe we do this at some point. Like there's the Inferium seed. I've got Inferium. You get that from lime stuff. This one's interesting. Fly. Does it count as flying if we use the anti-gravity gem, which basically lets you like jump and then you're like hovering in midair? I think it does, you know. Anyway, I'm going to have to do this another couple of times. So, I will see you back in like 20 years when this is finished. There is the crushing wheels. Perfect. I literally just slept as well, so I can't even sleep through the night to get rid of that. Oh, I just managed to sleep. And I'm in the process currently of making all of the brass hands. So you need 3 brass hands. If you want to make brass, it's easier to use the engineer's hammer, in my opinion. You don't need to make a bonker. You don't need to make the mechanical press. It might be useful later on, but for now, it's not very useful. So, yeah, we've got the hands now. What else do we need? Doing create in the dark. I think I remember this is how I did it back in the day. And then you put something here, and then it goes round like that. And I think it goes in the right direction. We'll have to find out by putting... Okay, that's the wrong place. Brilliant. Making that one go there. And then we need to power this somehow. I use all of my... Okay. I've made like 1,000,000 cogs at this point. Yeah. Pop that there and pop it there. I think that is the wrong direction. Although it doesn't matter because... And by the way, these are spinning. You can see that they're doing that. This one here as well is spinning. It's just, for some reason, it doesn't look like they are. If I do this, you can see that they are actually spinning. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying that you can't see them spin, but that's fine. Fine for now, at least. What we can do with this is we could put something on this side and it will go around like this. Or we could always take the water from over here and put it on this side instead and rotate this the other way. So we need a gold plate, we need cogwheels, and we need nuggets. Okie dokie, we could do that. So yeah, convert those, and then half of them we want to convert into large cogwheels, and then we need some nugs. There you go, perfect. And, oh, before we do that, let's get gold. Make one of these, 1 and 2. I'll make 2 just in case we get lucky. But basically what you do here is, because it's going this direction, so we need to put a thing right there. In fact, I think we could have done this all with just the one. Now, which way round does this go? So that's going in, and then you set a filter. Now, we're not going to put a filter yet. We'll have to get our first rotational speed controller for that. Yes, we will. Ah, that's what the second one's for. That's what the second funnel is for. To get everything that isn't a rotational speed controller. As in, yeah, if we do... Sorry, not rotational speed controller, the precision mechanism. That's what I meant to say. You can... There's a 20% chance that you get random salvage, and that can just be, like, loads of random stuff. Like, you could even get a gold plate again. So, if it's going to come around this way, this one right here is going to be cogwheel and then large cogwheel. So, you put cogwheel in that one, put large cogwheel in that one, and you put iron nuggets in that one. And now, if I put this on here, you can see that it's put it in the hand. It should come around here, and it should bonk it with the... Or press it, let's say. Oh, yeah. That's why they needed to go the other way around. It's all good. It's all good. I swapped it round. We just need to change these over. So this one is now first. This one is now second. And, well, I could have left the one in the middle, to be fair, but... It's all good. Let's do that one. There you go. And now it's going to go all the way around. And I am going to just put this down like that. Now, before we do anything, I do need to connect this one up as well. And it does let us do it, so that's good. I thought we'd run into stress issues, but it looks okay. That's going to come down, and that's going to be fine. Ah, I'm so glad it doesn't make the, like... horrible noises. To be fair, we could literally speed this up just by doing that. So we could take it off the belt and put it over here just to speed everything up. Oh, we made it. We actually made one. That's awesome. Oh, brilliant. So if we make a filter from create, is it this thing? No, this thing. List filter? I think that's what it is. Yeah, I'm going to go make one of those because you don't actually have to leave the precision mechanism in the filter slot. So we might as well just make one of these. So that is easy enough. We just do that. And you open it up and you can put in there precision mechanism. And now we can use this as the filter. Now I actually want to move this over here. Oh, you bumhole. Come here. Thank you. And what we can do is put this on here. So it's pulling in. You can see the arrow on the side. You have to shift and then right click it on there. And then we can put the filter on here. Now, if I were to drop like this plate down, you can see that it's not going to be picked up. But if I put down the precision mechanism, it should be picked up. There it is. Nice. And then we can also change that filter later on. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to chuck that one over there. But actually, why don't we just use the precision mechanism right now to make the rotational speed controller? I'm going to do that. Right, sped it up a little bit. I am not a massive fan of how I've done it, but I mean, it's all like cogs and stuff, but still good. This one is actually quicker than the one up here because I've geared it up. It's because I needed 4 gears over here. So I did it in a weird way, but there you go. Fingers crossed we get a second one. It'd be nice to have one for each side for the crushing wheels. Booyah! Right, how do we want to do this then? So we could get all of the rotational force on this side. Something like that. So we'd have 4 water wheels and then do the same on this side. Again, you don't really need too much. Like, we could put a piece of water along this bit here and it'll be fine. It'll flow down and yeah, as long as we contain it, it'll be right. So that's going to come out this side. I do need to get my other rotational speed controller. That's going to make it point in that direction though, which is good actually. We need that. Right, let's build this together because I just built it and I didn't like it. I didn't like the look of it. Yeah, you know what? We'll do it here. Why not? So this is going to be our output barrel. And I've got an input barrel at the top there. Let me take that one off. Right, so shaft, and then we want to put this on there. And then I want to put that right there. Shaft goes there. Yeah, I think that's fine. No, sorry, wrong way round. I want to put it at the back. No, you know what? We could put it at the front. No, I am going to put it at the back. Okay, sorry. Being very indecisive right now. So we want to put a gearbox, shaft, gearbox. And we're going to do the same down here. Gearbox, shaft, gearbox. I'm actually going to link those two together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just need the chutes. So one goes there. One goes there. One goes there. There you go. Perfect. And can we get access to the rotational speed controller? Maybe not. I think if we put it on 65 and put this one on there, it will break. It will overstress. So for now, we can only do, I think it's 64. Perfect. Perfect. That'll work. Now, I'm going to go grab a bit of the cobblestone that we've got. So let's grab some of this. And this should turn into sand. Now, imagine this is being filled with cobblestone at all times. That is the wrong place to put it. I don't know why I put it down there. That was weird. Stick it in that one. There we go. And over time, we should get... Oh, this reminds me. We're going to get some flint and we're going to get some clay as well. So we need to do something about those. Now, my instinct right now is to route some applied energistics over here. We're going to link up a limited barrel instead of the chest that we've got up here. I'm going to remove this and make it a limited barrel. Because that way, the only thing that can go in the limited barrel is cobblestone. So I'm actually going to do that now. Also, it's raining and it's dark. Right. How am I going to do this? I need to get all of that out. You can't take this out yet. They're going to go in the system. For now, at least, I just need to get all of these out like that. And then... No, because I can't do it that way. No, stop it. Oh my goodness. There. Good. Good stuff. Oh, right. That was a pain. Let's get rid of all of this. And then I'm just going to get rid of... this thing. And I think you can make it so it's facing up. There you go. Nice. Lovely. Right. And then there is a way of locking that. There you go. It's locked now. And then I can put that back to whatever it was. Yeah. Linking thing. So we can link that right there. And I don't know if applied energistics is still like this in this version. But what you can do is you can pull stuff out. And it will take it from the lowest priority. And it got unlinked because I used the carry on mod. There you go. And there it is. We got ourselves cobblestone. So now I can route this over. Yeah, we can route it over to this. And then that will make us a bunch of sand. And then we just need a way of routing the sand over to here. In a neat way. So I can pop some in here, for example. Put some in here. A little bit in there. Job done. Good stuff. Nice one. Right, I am going to call the episode here, I think. I'm going to do a load of tidy up between episodes. I don't like cobble being here. I don't mind the roof being cobble when we're underneath, but I don't like cobble being here. So, yeah, we'll swap that out. Maybe for white concrete. It's my favorite building material, white concrete. Very laboratory sort of look to it. So, yeah. I'll probably duplicate this on this side over here. So we'll have the same thing, but on this side. And that will feed this side's worth. So anything from lime to pink and anything from yellow to white, we will feed with this one. And if we're not keeping up, you know what we could do? We could actually add more rotational force somehow. I mean, we could add a bunch more underneath and then use like belts and stuff to power it even more here. Speed it up. Or we could add more of the wheels right here. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of nice. Anyway, we need to figure out some way of routing the sand over into the barrels. Anyone got any suggestions? Please let me know. And yeah, for now, I'm going to call it here. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.